Welcome to Dynamo Dynamics, winning goals to digital dominance. I'm Danny Perry, your host, where we delve into the thrilling junction of soccer passion and tech innovation. Joining me is Kai Peterson from IT Cubed, a technical wizard and soccer enthusiast like myself. Ready to dive into today's Dynamo Dynamics, Kai?
Yeah, I am. Let's get after it.
Well, before we get after it, we do need to talk about last night's NCAAs, where my Houston Cougars took out your Texas A&M Fighting Aggies in really an instant classic.
I agree. It was definitely probably might be one of the best games I've seen all year for this March. 3 minutes left in the game. We're down by 12 points, and we come back and hit a buzzer beater to tie. With that momentum rolling into overtime, I had a lot of hope, but y'all got pretty back on track, stayed consistent. Everything looked good y'all's way towards the end.
It was a great fight back by the Aggies, and I got to say, that was the longest 3 minutes of my life watching a game last night. And then it moved into overtime, and Shed fouled out, and I thought it was upset city, but we pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean, A&M missed a lot of free throws in the first half. Wade Taylor, he was our leading scorer all season, had 1 point going into the half, and we really weren't down by that much, so I was pretty confident, but y'all stayed consistent until those last 3 minutes, and then it was like a different ball game. But then your guy stepped up. The guy who came in shoot the free throws, he took 4 all season, and he knocked them down, so.
Be prepared, right?
Yeah, you got to always stay ready for that.
To stay ready. Well, I guess we will get back to talking about football. So, how about the Dynamo this past weekend? Please note, the game footage featured in this video is the property of its respective copyright owners and is used here for educational and discussion purposes under fair use guidelines. Now that the legalese is out of the way, we can get back to the show.
They're pretty good. Very defensive game. The Rapids and the Dynamo just couldn't really seem to get the ball through past midfield, really. And when they did, in the last third, it was like no true opportunity. Both defenses were really solid. Like, they would get shots off, but nothing really looked too promising. There was a few counterattacks. I know there was one through ball that the Dynamo put through that was really good, but it didn't pan out.
Yeah, actually over the top with Brooklyn Reigns to Ibrahim, the goal scorer from last week. And that was a fantastic ball. Even the commentators were pretty astounded by the quality of that ball over the top. And as you said, he didn't really pull it off. But there were some other key moments in the game. Your guy Clark had another great save in about the 65th minute, I believe it was. And while there was not let's go back to our predictions. You said 3-1. I said 2-1 last week. We were both absolutely wrong in that respect. But there were some quality moments, but it just didn't come off.
It's looking very promising, just looking actually pretty sound defensively, and Clark back-to-back clean sheets. Like, that's impressive.
What can you say?
Yeah. I mean, if you're putting that up early in the season, like, there's a big ceiling. I mean, he's only going to get better as he plays more, so that's awesome. And then, I mean, our guy who scored at the end, he's a defender, came on in the 88th minute, and
just when you think you're playing for the draw, Brad Smith, huh? 88th minute. Did he seem, how can I put this? Did he seem exceptionally fleet of foot to you?
Yeah. He was.
Was that the slowest counter you've ever seen in your life?
It was a little sluggish, but I think it was the composure. I mean, he really, like, watching him run, I was like, he's going to get caught. Like, the defender's going to catch him. But they really didn't. I mean, he put it away, and that was great. It was a little controversial. The player was down for the Rapids in our box, but the refs let it play on, and, I mean, nothing happened. A win's a win. We secured the win. So
Going back to that goal, though, the quality of, I think that goal was actually created by the passes. So Artur to Ferreira, to Smith, and just 2 lightning passes down, and they broke the entire defense. And so even though he lacked a little bit of pace, he was still wide open in front of the goaltender, and you can't discount the quality of the shot that he actually did produce. So.
And the passes were great, and also the Colorado Rapids defenders, they looked a little out of energy. They weren't very in form, they didn't have much energy left either. They were kind of out of position. They were pushed up a little bit too far. I think they were really trying to score. They didn't want the draw at home, but I mean, that's how you get on an easy counter like that. It gets one long ball, like pass to another one, and that leads to an easy goal with like a one-on-one with the keeper. So.
And so just like that, the Dynamo are up to 7th in the Western Conference, and they have only played 4, so sitting on 7 points. So they're looking pretty good. I think if at the beginning of the season, if you would have asked them where they planned to be after 4 matches, they would probably have said right about here.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, back-to-back wins is great. I mean, next week we have
San Jose.
San Jose, yeah. They're not in form, so I think that should be I think the Dynamo should really take care of business there. Go in, hopefully put away more goals, show some offensive, just more offensive efficiency, I'd say. We only had 2 shots on target, 6 shots total. I mean, it was hard in the midfield getting the ball through, but I would like to see a little bit more opportunities created. Like the previous week, there was a lot of balls being played through the middle. We said our central attacking midfielder, he was looking like Mesut Ozil, and he was looking great. I really didn't see too much of that this game, but I'm looking forward to seeing more of that and just the opportunities that are going to come.
Well, speaking of San Jose, they have scored 6 goals in 5 matches and only have 1 win on the season. Conversely, the Dynamo have scored 4 goals in 4 matches. Am I correct in that?
I think maybe 4 or 5,
4 goals in 4 matches. So obviously San Jose can score.
Yeah.
So this may be still
maybe a good matchup because defensively we're looking pretty good, coming off 2 clean sheets. I mean, our back line is pretty solid right now. But it's also seemed if San Jose can score, it seems like their defense may not be that great right now. So maybe we will get the opportunities we'd like to see, maybe more through balls and over the top balls that come through. Our players will finish them.
Got to give, in other words.
Yeah.
Well, Mikhail, again, was standing up at the back. He made a couple of really good interventions and good saves. So the defense is solid. And they're maintaining possession, although not at the same clip as last week, 53% to 47 this time around versus the 63% possession they had last week. But they are maintaining the ball. They're maintaining their passing accuracy. They're not committing too many fouls.
84% pass accuracy, which is pretty solid.
Definitely. But they did concede 6 corners. Yeah. So that's problematic.
Yeah, because it just takes one. It just takes one ball to land at the right guy's foot or at the right guy's head, and that can just be one easy goal. That's just you can't give up the ball, or you can't give up too many corners. A few's okay. The few will happen, but we also didn't get any corners. So it's kind of, if you're gonna give some, you gotta at least get some back. But who really surprised me again was Dorsey. He was all over the field again defensively. I saw him play in the midfield, come back to his right back position. He was good.
Yeah, the Dynamo are surprising me this year, and I think that they have a real chance to do something if they maintain. If the scoring catches up to the defense, then they really have a chance to accomplish something this year.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, defensively, you have to be strong defensively if you want to win a championship. No team, I think, ever has just outscored everyone because it's too difficult. But with that said, I think the offense will come slowly, and once it does come, we'll be a really solid team. Just moving forward every week, week in, week out, if we can at least get more shots on target, pepper the goalie, basically, put more shots on there, they'll go in. We've seen it happen before. They will go in.
100%. 100%. Well, I guess that's the good part of it. I knew you were going to take it to defense, though. You're solid on the defensive side. But what do you think about the Ibrahim started as a center forward last match, and this week they brought in I'm going to butcher his name, Kowalski. Yeah, that guy. But they made a change there. Do you think that panned out for them, or Ibrahim moved over to the left? And
I mean, I think it worked decently well. I think he's very quick, so I think he can play on the wing and just kind of move in more central. If the ball's on the right wing, he can move in more central, like he did for the cross that came in. Like he was coming from the left wing, came down through the kind of near, or it was far post, but he got inside the box, was pretty close, and almost like it was great positioning, and it was a great ball. Like I think we just have to see moving forward how it works. I feel like you can't just do one game and then keep switching it up. I think we just got to have a set lineup for a few games and then roll with that and then keep moving.
What about the formation? I know they rolled out the 4-2-3-1 again.
Yeah.
Are you in favor of that, or was it?
It's looking good so far. I mean, defensively, I've always liked 4 in the back, and our midfield is pretty solid. Offensively, I just got to see more shots on target, more opportunities. I don't think that's the formation's fault. I just think that was just the way the game panned out this last week. But I think the formation's pretty solid.
I think they have a plan.
Yeah,
and they're working that plan, and they'll make the adjustments as it
needed,
goes along. As it goes along, like written information security policies or acceptable use for your IT. At least you have a plan that you can work from. So I think 4-2-3-1 is what they're working with, and with the players that they have. And going forward, it looks like they're going to tweak that, or maybe not tweak that formation, but tweak the players within that formation.
Yeah, and I mean they can keep it a 4-2-3-1 and just bring in Ibrahim a little bit more central if they want to, or have them play a little bit wider one game. I mean, they can have our midfielders either move up a little bit, move back. Like they can play a little bit wider, kind of like a left mid or right mid position. Like there's a few things that they can do just staying with that formation. So it looks good though so far.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah.
So far so good. So we can't complain about any of the results with the Dynamo, well, with the exception of the loss so far. But at this stage of the season, they are doing fantastic. So we're looking forward to seeing more on that side.
So what's your prediction for next game?
After Jose, 6 goals. I am. We were very optimistic on an offensive explosion this week. So I'm tempted to go totally the opposite direction, but it's home. We have been maintaining possession. Our defense has been solid, and our counterattack actually looks good.
It does.
So when I think at some point they're going to convert those counters. So I'm going to go with the same prediction as this week. I'm going 2-1 Dynamo.
Yeah. Like you said, the counterattacks are looking. I mean, we scored on it the past game, but they are looking promising. It's really showing signs that we can score off a counter, which is great. I don't want to go with the same 3-1, but I do think I'm agreeing with you. I think 2-1. I think at home we'll have the fans backing us. So the loud stadium, the cheering, the players will be more ready. They'll feel more comfortable. They're playing at home, and I think San Jose may put one away just because they have been putting away goals. But change that. I'm going 2-0 Dynamo.
2-0.
I think we'll go for a 3-peat with clean sheets.
I like it. Bold.
Yeah.
Bold. Well, what do you think? Let us know your thoughts on the game. Let us know your thoughts on the team. Anything Dynamo, anything IT. Tell us whatever you want. But we would love to hear your thoughts on Dynamo Dynamics and how you feel this next game is going to go in the season. So we'll see how it all pans out, Kai.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching another episode of Dynamo Dynamics. Kai, another great conversation. But I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Yeah, we need everyone to please like and follow and subscribe to all our social medias. Share this video with your friends and family, and we'll see you same time next week.
All right, thanks for watching.